Respected dignitaries, honorable delegates, and dear participants, good morning to all. On behalf of the entire Triple TDM community, I welcome everyone to this 5-day academy program on blockchain and its applications on this new wonderful day, another golden opportunity given by our creator. Today will never happen again. With this note, I invite now Dr. P. Kalpana ma'am, the coordinator of this academy program, to welcome the gathering. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Sullivan. Devash. Good morning, one and all present here. At the outset, I take immense pleasure in welcoming Dr. Sudhir Varadarajan, Dean, Design, Innovation, Incubation, who has kindly agreed to grace the occasion on behalf of our director. Dr. M. Selvaraj, Dean Sponsored Research, Industrial Consultancy, Continuing Education, Dr. B. Raja, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, all my colleagues, and all the participants to the inaugural session of this AICTE Training and Learning Academy program on blockchain technology and its applications. The objective of Atal Academy is to train faculties, students, and research scholars in recent technological developments. In addition, the training will be mandatory for new teachers from 2019, and it will be necessary for existing teachers and assistant teachers while applying for their promotions. In today's world of digitalization, transparency of the transactions is the need of the hour. The consensus mechanism of blockchain makes it possible to verify the validity of transactions and how information has been modified or created in the process. While the initial focus of blockchain technology was on applications in the financial sector, we are seeing far more potential in the physical world of manufacturing, agriculture, healthcare, supply chains, and logistics. The technology is changing the paradigm from hierarchical organizations to self-organizing economies. It has opened the door for many new possibilities in the way value can be directly transferred between participants in a convenient and trusted manner. With blockchain technology, reporting and monitoring of required data, checking of compliances, and approval processes will become easier than ever. Currently, blockchain is in infant stage like internet in early 2000, and it has potential to become next big thing in industries. So this is the right time for industry experts to evaluate blockchain technology across their complex challenges and requirements. Our team of expert speakers in this FDP comprises many eminent academicians from within India and abroad, and experts from various industries who have already made their mark by working on this new technology. To start with, I will introduce the blockchain technology. Thereafter, our experts will discuss various advanced concepts like blockchain architecture, components of blockchain in ecosystem, blockchain mining and consensus mechanisms, cryptography and blockchain algorithms, cyber security using blockchain, blockchain development on Hyperledger Fabric, creating smart contracts, blockchain technology in blockchain technology and its implications in artificial intelligence and machine learning security, applications of blockchain in various domains like automotive supply chain, healthcare, financial services, and logistics. Totally around 85 participants from various states have registered and are participating in this FDP. The participants have expertise in diverse areas like engineering, marketing, finance, analytics, cyberwing, and supply chain management, etc. This 5-day faculty development program consists of totally 15 sessions, each of 2-hour duration, including one test and valedictory session. Attendance will be taken for every session, and attendance of 80% per participant is mandatory, and on the 5th day of FDP, a test will be conducted and participants scoring about 60% in the test will be awarded with a certificate from Atal AICTE. Session feedback will be collected at the end of each session, and I request all the participants to fill in the session feedback along with the attendance for all the sessions. I cordially welcome you all again to this Atal workshop. I'm very hopeful that you all will benefit from your interactions with the experts from academia and industry over the next 5 days. Without extending further, I request our HOD to deliver the departmental address. Thank you, sir.
Respected director and HODs, deans, and my dear faculty members, external experts from this particular field, and the participants, I welcome you all for this wonderful workshop on blockchain and its blockchain technology and its application. To brief about our department, we started this department in 2007, the first department in this institute. Totally, we have two UG programs and two PG programs, basically conducted in this, which is offered by Department of Mechanical Engineering. One is BTech Mechanical Engineering, and then BTech Smart Manufacturing, and then we have MTech Mechanical System Design and MTech Smart Manufacturing. We also have dual degree programs, which we had earlier, but presently the programs will be obsolete maybe after a couple of years. I welcome all participants for this particular interesting topic on blockchain. I think you all know what is blockchain. Blockchain is all about database, okay? And how does it differ from an actual database? Is basically it's structurally arranged and it's highly secured kind of database. And you all know very much that in many financial transactions and in defense kind of applications where the security is more important, where blockchain plays a vital role in that. And I hope our lecture series will cover many of this area, because the program is going to be for next 5 years. And though this is online program, I request all the participants to be in touch with the experts even after the program is over. And please do visit our institute, because we have a small group of people doing research in this blockchain technology and its application, especially Dr. Kalpana. So please be in touch with our experts here and try to gain more knowledge. Do not stop interaction only with this short program alone. Okay, and hope the participants are from varieties of institutes across India. I hope they are from UG, PG, and PhD levels. So at every level, this program will be useful. If at all, it's going to be and since we know that Atal program is mainly to train faculty members, and it will be very much useful for faculty members who are going to pursue their research on blockchain. And I hope that our institute PG students are already there, so please make use of this particular program. I welcome you all once again for this wonderful workshop. Dr. Kalpana, you can just take over.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the departmental address and your suggestions. Now I request Dr. M.D. Selvaraj, sir, Dean Sponsor Research, for delivering the institutional address. Sir, please.
Yes, good morning. The voice is audible. Hello, is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So good morning, Dr. Sudhir Varadarajan, Dean, and HOD Dr. Raja, Coordinator Dr. Kalpana, my dear faculty colleagues and participants. It gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this inaugural ceremony of 5 days FTP on blockchain technology and its application, scheduled between the 6th and 10th from today, December 2021. It is my duty to spell a few words about our institute. Indian Institute of Information Technology, Design and Manufacturing, we call it as a IIIT TDM Kanchipuram. It's a center of excellence for technical education and research, established in 2007 by the Ministry of Education, Government of India, to pursue design and manufacturing oriented engineering education and research. The institute is located on a 51-acre campus on the outskirts of Chennai. We call it as the off Vandalur Kalambakam Road. It is a fully residential campus with all students can reside within the campus. The campus houses academic block, administration block, lecture hall complex, laboratory complex, and skyscraper hostels. The institute is presently offering BTech programs in computer science and engineering, electronics and communication engineering, mechanical engineering, and smart manufacturing, along with 2-year master degrees in all 3 departments and an interdisciplinary PhD program in core and applied areas of engineering. The curricula for all the programs have been framed after extensive deliberations and discussions with the professors of IIT, IISc, and other reputed, and also the institute industry stakeholders. The programs are aimed at providing solutions to the current technological challenges in wide domains like robotics, home entertainment, telecommunication, automotive systems, etc. The design engineers and the researchers passing out from preparatory Kanchipuram will find scope and relevance in IT and IT-enabled product companies, in particular analog and digital electronics IC companies, embedded system players, automotive design, 5G wireless, consumer product design, manufacturing, and knowledge service-based industries. With the mastery in domain-specific design, engineering skills, and required managerial expertise, our graduates can entrepreneur organization involved in the design and manufacture of commercially successful electronic or mechanical products. We have completed 22 sponsored projects, and 42 projects are progressing well in our research labs. And the value of the sponsored project are more than 21 crores. Our faculty members regularly organizes conferences, workshops, FTPs, and other training programs. I invite you all to attend such programs and get benefit from those programs. As HOD Raja has mentioned clearly, we are also welcome to interact with our faculty members. Our faculty member works in various research areas. You can visit our laboratories, interact with our faculty members, and get benefit with them. And for meeting a faculty member, you can just send an email and get their appointment and then meet them. Back to the FTP, the chosen topic as mentioned by Dr. Kalpana and Dr. Raja, the blockchain, it can ensure the visibility, transparency, and tractability of all business activities. It is a need of the hour, and most of the industries already started to invest on this technology. Therefore, I am sure this FTP will definitely create an awareness about this important technology. So with this note, I once again welcome you all to this wonderful workshop. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. With this quote, on behalf of our respected director and the entire team of IIITDM community, now I am inviting respected director in charge, Dr. Sudhir Varadarajan, sir, Dean, Design, Innovation, Incubation, to deliver the inaugural address. Sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you to the organizers and Dr. Kalpana for inviting me for this inaugural session. Welcome to all the participants and good morning to all of you. Dr. Kalpana mentioned something about blockchain becoming almost a basic requirement for faculty induction and promotion. I think the life of faculty is going to become more difficult with many such requirements coming in. The word blockchain itself, I think it is better to use the word digital ledger technology because blockchain can have different connotations. One side, it is just blocking the chain, but that is the exact opposite that is trying to do. So it is a chain of blocks, not blocking the chain. So I think it is better, the other term which has emerged in the recent past, which is the digital ledger technology, that may be a more appropriate term to use going forward. Now, let me share a couple of insights relating to this particular technology, since I was associated with the industry about 8 years back, and at that time, blockchain was just emerging. But when I recently looked at the Gartner's hype cycle, it is still considered an emerging technology after 8 years. A few elements of that, like smart contracts or the cryptocurrency, they have made progress in terms of commercial availability and impact on the commercial side. But still, most of the elements of what you call as a blockchain technology are still an emerging technology, which means, of course, they have still, some of them have gone through the stage of hype, and now getting more serious consideration. So in that context, when you look at what is happening in India, the MeitY and the government of India have also announced a broad policy direction for adoption of blockchain across different government sectors. And unless that happens, the technology really will not take off, because this requires a lot more involvement from the government side. And second thing is that uh, in terms of the adoption, if you look at it, few challenges are definitely there, and many more challenges are going to be there going forward. One of the very immediate challenges people face is the lack of skills in this domain, skilled expertise, and that's where programs like this, which are directed at practitioners or students, and also potentially faculty, who can in turn go and train more people, that is something becomes very essential, and it needs to start relatively early. But when you look at the overall adoption of blockchain, there are going to be far more challenges. For instance, when one considers a technology like blockchain, it is not something which one company or one individual can implement on its own. Right? It requires a group of stakeholders to be involved for its implementation and effectiveness, which means a basic element of collaboration already must exist for this technology to start taking shape. Now, that itself is a very complex challenge in a society like India, where even all of us have seen the GST implementation, the time it takes to get it to a certain stable state. So one can expect a lot more complexity when it comes to blockchain implementation. Second aspect is that blockchain works very well when there is a fairly clear contracts which are specified in terms of different stakeholders and their participation in the business process. Where there is a lot of uncertainty and ambiguity around the contracts, still this technology may not be able to do it justice. Where the contracts can be clearly specified and can be brought into a kind of a piece of code which enables that transaction to happen automatically, this will make a lot of sense. So identifying that use cases where it is really important and where it can really make sense, that becomes very important, which means a deeper understanding of the business context or the social context in which this technology is being used, that will become an absolute requirement. So I am happy to see that a few industry application sessions are being organized as part of this program, because those sessions should actually give you insights into why these kind of business processes are more amenable for blockchain and why not other business processes. And these are the questions probably you should probe when those sessions are being done, so that you get a good understanding of the situations in which this will work. And maybe there are situations where it will not work, and I cannot see it as a one size fits all and try to force fit into every possible scenario, because the applications at the fundamental level, it is about changing relationships. And when you look at from changing relationships point of view, you can change the whole society, but it needs to be clearly stated relationships, where the relationships can be brought down to almost like a very specific quantifiable contracts. It is more like building real-time systems or real-time mission critical systems, where people use something like formal methods to write the specifications in very clear manner, and which you can automate them. So that is something which is again a very critical requirement. Third aspect is people have also talking about use cases where, for example, they keep giving this logistics use case where the IoT can be integrated with blockchain. Now, these are all promising use cases, but the questions on the other side which also need to be looked at is, how sure are you that the sensor is giving you the right data? If the sensor is not giving you the right data and your smart contract triggers some initiatives, what are the implications of that? So understanding these failures in an extended network, the probabilities of failures in an extended network and their implications for design of these solutions becomes equally important. So these are some of the things while you get exposed to the initial part of this technology and all, I would appreciate if you also probe and get some understanding on these aspects of how it can help in implementation, adoption of this technology, and what you need to prepare in terms of skill sets to mobilize the adoption of this technology. So one of the things is definitely stakeholder engagement. How do you mobilize different stakeholders to participate in this process? These kind of skills become very important. And a couple of other points that I also emphasize, especially for those who are inclined to do more research in this domain. One of the questions to look at is what is the implication of blockchain from a sustainability point of view? Because this requires a lot of computation. And obviously, there's a lot of energy consumption which is going to happen as a result of this. So one side, it can give transparency, traceability and all, but it can also make it bring out sustainability challenges. And one last other point is that when you look at this whole thing from a broader complex systems or a complex networks perspective, what blockchain does is to essentially build a huge complex network by connecting several stakeholders in the value chain, not just in one industry, but across industries. Now, when this happens, complex networks have their own challenges in terms of stability and instability. So recently we saw, because of COVID, the supply chain resilience became a big issue, right? Now, whether blockchain is going to address that issue, whether it's going to make the supply chains more resilient, or whether it can create more chaotic systems because of inherent contradictions that may come when a network starts expanding significantly. Now, these are possible research questions that some of you who are inclined towards probing this topic more may be interested in exploring. So I hope this program can initiate you to some of these topics and also encourage you to look at how you can move towards and help people in adoption of this technology, because that's where the real value lies. If I learn the skill and not use it, there is not much value from that unless you push it towards implementation and adoption. Then only you will start seeing the value of this. And definitely government's role becomes very important in this domain, because unless government takes the lead and starts investing and putting that infrastructure in place, the integration of several other stakeholders will not come through. The one last point I want to say before I close is that while some of you in the academic domain, I've seen the applications are mostly from the industry side, but I think some of you can actually look at applications in the education domain itself, especially with the coming of new education policy, where people are saying you can take credit transfers. That is, you do one course in one university and probably move to another university to do it, continue your degree and so on. Then how do you trace the certification process, right? So there are a lot of challenges which will start coming in that side. Second is academic publishing. Academic publishing is still today a kind of model which is controlled by a few. But if it can actually move into a more decentralized model, which is peer-driven, but also emphasizes quality, blockchain may have a major role to play there. So some of you who are into academic process, you can actually explore application of these technologies in the academic domain itself. It's a lot more complex problem with quite a few challenges that you can encounter in this, which can lead to a lot more deeper learning and probably transformation in the academic domain as well. So with that, let me again welcome all of you to this program, and wish you all the best and wish all the organizers the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing the significance of this emerging technology, blockchain, and it's the challenges behind the implementation. The fastest way to feel happiness is to practice gratitude. So now I request Dr. Kalpana ma'am to propose the vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
Dr. Kalpana, you're on mute. Can you unmute here?
Yes, sorry. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked hard to make this FDP successful. On behalf of the entire fraternity of IIIT Kanchipuram, first of all, I'd like to express my gratitude and sincere thanks to Atal AICT Academy for giving us this opportunity, enormous cooperation, and sponsoring us to conduct this 5-day faculty development program on blockchain technology and its applications. I'd like to express my sincere thanks to our Honorable Director for ensuring such an encouraging environment for all faculties to conduct such FDP programs on trending future technologies. I feel extremely grateful to Dr. Sudhir Varadarajan, Dean Design Innovation Incubation, who agreed to grace this inaugural occasion and delivering an address within a short notice. I'm pretty sure your words of wisdom have triggered enough enthusiasm and inspiration among the participants. Thank you very much, sir. I express my deepest gratitude to Dr. M.D. Selvaraj, Dean, Sponsored Research, Industrial Consultancy, and Continuing Education, who gave me immense support and encouragement to conduct this FDP. Without the valuable inputs given by you, organizing this FDP would have been very difficult. I'm extremely grateful to you, sir, for this. I'd like to thank the head of the department, Mechanical Engineering, Dr. B. Raja, for talking about the department and the various programs offered. You always welcome us with a smiling face and encourage us to offer such trending courses. I'd like to take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to all honorable speakers. All of them have been working with us since the beginning of the planning stage, and they are still here today for all of us, even though they are very busy with their schedules. I'd like to express my sincere thanks to all my faculty colleagues and staff for their kind support and advice. I'd like to specially thank my research scholars, Mr. Deva Ganesh and Mr. Kalimuthu, for providing me all kinds of help and support since the beginning. Without them, I would not have been able to manage various activities to conduct this FDP. I'd like to thank Dr. Jaybal, Dr. Chittibabu, Dr. A.V.S. Sivaprasad for their immense support for conducting this FDP successfully. Finally, I'd like to thank all the participants from all over India who have registered for this FDP. A special mention to our registrar, Sahana, and other staff in Swixel for their overall administrative support. Finally, this is an opportune time for me to declare the official opening of 5-day faculty development program on blockchain technology and its applications. And I wish all the 5 days of interactions will result in fruitful collaborations among us in the future. I thank you all once again.